What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, folks, if you've been following along this whole last 2 days or so, we've done the full review of Mini. We've done a full review of Soyeon. We've done a full review of, trying my best to remember all the Korean names. I know some of y'all corrected me, so thank you for that. We also did a review for Yuki, so all of that is out. We're going to do a full-on test on all of them in terms of the best gear, or not a test, I guess we'll do a full video on them in terms of the best gear, best rotations, etc. in the near future. But right now, I want to talk about this actual update and the quality of the update that this has brought forward. And it's actually got a lot of the players excited who are here. Now, some of you guys still hate this, and I get it. Some of y'all, it's really hard to please everybody, and I'm not hating on anybody. I think many people have the right to their own opinions. Personally, I think this has been the best update so far to date in a very, and I'm honestly meaning a very long time. Now, there's a couple things I do want to discuss regarding this update. Before I get into the nitty gritty though, I want to remind everybody, content creator program is going on. We got 3 codes coming our way, guys. One of them will be 1,000 essence tones and 2 other ones as well too. So make sure you click that support button. Those codes will be available very soon. So get your hands on them before they're gone. New season of the content creator program will start next week. So you'll need to start extending in the next few days or so. And I'll remind everybody to do that when the time is near. But just want to remind everyone and say big thank you to everybody in my top 10: BW Panda 11, Jsto, Taco, 2640, Sod, Telio 101, 8077, Patches, Cap, 0640, and everybody else along the way, all the way down to the 4,867th. Appreciate you guys, love you guys, and appreciate everything you guys do for me and the community. And of course, thank you so much on the bottom of my heart for continuing your support. Many of you guys have been here for quite some time, and hopefully continue doing so. Also, if you guys want to join me on my live streams, we're doing a lot of stuff. SLA, we're doing horror games constantly. We're doing Pokemon card openings, guys. We're variety and a half. So please be there. I'm going to start separating some of those as well too, to separate different streams, just so we can, kind of bring new people in to the channel. But I will appreciate you guys always joining me. Plus, don't forget, August 31st, we're going to be covering a brand new game also called Kaiju number 8. I'll be going live on that as well. Now, let's talk about this patch. Everything this patch has to offer, PvE wise, quite a bit just came out. Not only do we get a free unit and then an A1. I know some people are complaining that all 3 units were not free. Here's my take on this. I just want to quickly give it out there. I think if you really wanted one of these characters, just summon at A0, you get an A1 copy for free. I think it's fair. I think a lot of people were disappointed because they didn't get all of them for free like last time, and that's the thought they had in their head was going to happen because that Marble said it was going to be better this time. I want to just preface this. Being better this time doesn't always mean it's catered to free-to-play players. It could have been catered better to pay-to-win players, and in this case, pay-to-win players actually got better packages, better battle pass, etc. So I just want to make sure that people understand when people refer to that, as devs refer to that, they're not always referring to free-to-play, right? Just, again, I want to throw that out there. That might be the case. But nonetheless, a couple really big things came out. Number 1, we finally got our testing dummy. That's right, we got our testing dummy, guys. So we can now finally do some testing, some real testing on a boss that was, ironically enough, not built to probably be a tester, but here we are doing testing anyways with him in the mix, and that is specifically the guild boss. That's right, the new guild boss is out. I'm going to run some of my videos on there and show you guys what I'm talking about, and we'll talk a little bit about that shortly. All right, ladies and gents, so this is from my testing video. That's right, we did some testing obviously, and this is the guild boss right here. This is our mini testing, but you guys can see the beauty of this guild boss. Couple different things. Number 1, I love this guild boss design. Just so everyone is aware from a testing perspective, the testing, that initial testing has been done. This boss is going to need a lot of defense penetration stats, so make sure you stack that on there. Okay, so you guys can see right over here, I'm going in as a support SJW to support Mini. The beauty thing about this boss, there's a couple things you need to know. Number 1, he's all about laser beams like Superman and AoE. So shadow stepping will happen a lot. Do you need a lot of shadow stepping? Probably not. If you have a lot of defense pen, you probably won't need to shadow step too often, but nonetheless, the boss does have a couple different mechanics. Number 1, AoE. Number 2, lasers. Number 3, a stomp where he jumps in the air and stomps. There's the stomp right there. The walk. That's the only time he actually walks throughout this. This is why he's a perfect test dummy, because the motion is rarely ever there. But you guys can see here, right now we're going in with a full dark team. There's the 2 motions right there, and then he jumps in the air and does a massive AoE stomp. Literally, that is almost the end of the original rotation. Now, middle of the fight, he'll roughly go into an invulnerability phase where you're gonna have pillars. I'll show you guys. There's the stomp right there, the jump, dodge that, shadow step. You're gonna see very soon that he's going to jump in and bring out some pillars. You can't actually hurt him during the pillar phase. There it is right there, the constructs. Everyone around you will just kill one of these pillars, these flame pillars, and then he'll go into a break phase. Once that happens, pretty much Bob's your uncle. The rest of it is a joke. All right, that's pretty much the guild boss run. So guild boss is super easy this time around. Much simpler than Fakna, much easier and less RNG than Ant Queen. And honestly, this is the kind of testing dummy we've been waiting for. So this guild boss right here is going to be one that's fairly straightforward and easy to do. And a lot of you guys will appreciate this way more, I think, than you would doing the other two guild bosses. I kind of wish this guild boss was now in rotation going forward a lot more. And what I'm hoping in the future is that they have 3 different leaderboards for 3 different guild bosses, or however many guild bosses, and they let the players decide what guild boss they want to do rather than choosing it for us. So that way they have a leaderboard for each one, and people can decide who they want to tackle based on their stats and based on their gear. But nonetheless, guys, you guys can see 54 seconds left, 52 seconds left. We got a fairly decent setup here. He does go into one other break phase right there where he kneels down. If you don't break him there, he does do some sort of like meteor rocks, comets that come down and they randomly hit AoE. Again, very survivable, very easy. This boss overall is a blast because of how simple they've made him, and also it's just fun because it is, again, a testing dummy. So there you guys go. That is the guild boss overall. This is one of my worst runs I think I did. This was during the testing run, just to see how well Mini did. I think this might have been my first SJW support run, but I think this is the kind of thing a lot of people want. Simplicity, easy content, to just relax, especially on guild boss, because it's something that people always like have to stress about. And yeah, this is perfect. This is kind of what we want. All right, second thing that we have, of course, is, I'm going to go back to the game for a second, story mode. Right, we have a ton of story mode. Brand new story came out. A lot of chapters have just been released. For experts specifically, you guys can see if you go to chapter 15 and you check it out, you guys can see it goes all the way down to about 3 point something, I think 3 point something million. So you have quite a bit of challenge here for Battle of the Dead, chapter 15, and then of course you have yourself reverse mode, which also came out. So normal, and then of course hard mode. So a lot of chapters, guys, a lot of rewards, a lot of essence stones, and a lot of other things to help you along with your journey into collecting. That's right, I got 140k because if you missed the video, I did summon for Suyon as well too. So there you guys go. That is for the story mode. Again, work on getting this done. And of course, don't forget, they did a brand new chapter for the Architect's Test. So this is all now renewed. So you guys can start doing this. And this is a great way to get yourself Essence Stones. And then lastly, something that was really fun, they introduced a brand new Cartoon co-op battle mode. Okay, so this is a co-op battle right here. 2 players. You guys can pick the one that suits you best. You get 1 key a day. You can continue playing after the key is done, but you don't get the rewards. Okay, and the rewards are pretty good. You get abyssal crystals, you get yourself some shards, you get yourself, you know, these mana power extracts, etc. So there's quite a bit to collect, as well as some shadow energy, some prisms, and all that jazz. So do this with your friends. You can do it with random. So let's say you put the team together. You can do team up here where you can either create or join one of your friends. You can do matchmaking, which makes it random. And I did this with my community. I'm going to do a lot of more of these with the community. So I'm going to show you guys the gameplay real quick with the community as well, so you guys can get a look and feel on how this works. And I think a lot of you guys will enjoy this quite a bit. And so here's me and Latoya. Shout out to Latoya Gaming, doing co-op mode together. So I'm going to show you guys from the beginning. This is fairly like late into it. Let's just go back a bit here. Right around this mark here. Okay, we're gonna go here, and you guys can see I created a room here, right? Latoya joined. Again, shout out to Latoya. Go check out the channel. Incredible content creator, great person, love them. So Kez joined originally, Latoya joined after, and then we decided, you know what, we're gonna do this together. So you guys see I'm going down a little bit there. There's Latoya right there. We're a little bit stronger than my account, also free to play, incredible free to play player. And you guys can see the battle right now. So this is us jumping in right here, and this is us just going at it. Now this is a fun battle, guys. We have a lot of cool things in this. The Architect is one of the most elaborate and fun battles I've seen. He does a lot of cool moves, a lot of different mechanics, doesn't really sit still much, and really keeps you on your toes. So if you are under the 70 tier, you can't do the last one. You can do the ones below it, but the community here is what I'm planning to help. So if you are looking to do this, I will carry people. I'll do this live. So make sure you join me on the live streams. But you can see when you cast your ultimate, one of the cool features here is the fight still goes on. The other person sees your ultimate, they continue fighting, and it's really awesome. There's a couple different phases here. There's one phase where he does that weapon, and then he goes into the middle right here at 74%. and then you'll see right here, everything goes black and white, and you have to get all of these colored swords, and make sure you guys right there, you can see change them to the other opposite color right there, and then it goes into a break phase. Once you do that, you go into the battle, and then the next phase is just pretty much all fighting, and then he goes into a weapon phase where he'll jump to the back of the right there, the screen, and he'll do arsenal weapons. These weapons fly at you. You guys can see I'm getting hit right there, but there's always a little opening where you can avoid them. So just find the opening right there. I didn't understand how this worked originally. Then I was like, oh, okay, there's a little opening. Just get to the openings. Once he's done that, he'll jump up in the air and go after one of you right there. He went after Latoya, and then you'll dodge and you'll shadow step. Now, one thing to note, your shadow step does not stack with each other's, nor can you use the shadow step from the other individual. You have to do your own shadow step to make it work. So once you've done this, guys, and the battle is over, you'll get a score, of course, for damage meter. Our score ended up being pretty close at the end of it all. Like, we were fairly close. Latoya beat me out by a little bit. And then you guys can see once you've completed it, you get yourself the rewards, right? So there's the two different things. There's your score, and then of course the rewards that come along with it. You can see I got Abyssal Crystal. All right, guys, so that's all the content. Amazing content patch. One big problem, of course, is a lot of people's launchers are not working, so people can't work. So Netmarble, I hope you fix that very soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the patch itself. If you guys enjoying it, if you do, let me know. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, put on those notifications. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Take care.